Shalom, this is Rabbi Saacks, and we are continuing with Maimonides' count of the 613 commandments, and we try and do 2 to 3 a time, 2-3 minutes, etc. So the next one on the list is the biblical command is every single day the altar in the Holy Temple had to be cleaned. So it was pretty busy. There were various fires there that were made on this altar. There were various arrangements made, and it was a huge place. And every day in the morning, before any new sacrifices could be brought, the Kohen had to go up, take a shovel, remove ashes, and take it off the altar. And that is the biblical command. So there's commentaries that basically many of those sacrifices were sin offerings. People who committed an infraction, they weren't kind, they weren't nice, they denied God, rejected God, etc. So they brought a sacrifice, whatever that sacrifice was. It didn't only have to be animal sacrifices; it could be plant, and it burnt during the night. So the lesson here is the Kohen, who has a higher spiritual stature than most, who worked in the Holy Temple, his vocation was godliness. Only he could clean the ashes. Only he could see the atonement, and only nobody could just go up on the altar and say, okay, I'm going to clean it. I know so-and-so was here yesterday, and this is his garbage. That would have been insensitive. The Kohen is the one that does the cleaning up, because the Kohen is the one that is extremely holy and sensitive, and he's the one that throws the ashes away. The next commandment is that the way it worked, either in the desert or in Jerusalem, was there was the Holy Temple. That was the focal point. That was the circle. Around it lived the Kohanim, the priest. Around them lived the Levites, and then the regular Israelites lived on and on and on. If somebody became impure, they touched the dead body. They had various ailments. We call it leprosy, but it's not. It's saras. It's a skin disease. They touched a carcass, an animal carcass, whatever. They couldn't hang around the where the Kohanim lived. They had to go out of the camp, and they had to go. It depends on the severity. They had to go out further and further and further. The idea is that different places require different levels of sanctity. For example, you can play ball in a backyard. You can play ball in a synagogue backyard. Can you play ball in the sanctuary? There's levels of sanctity. It's not all the same. Likewise, in the world, you have holy spots and you have not so holy spots. So, we as the Jewish people view Israel as holy, and it's much holier than New York, Tokyo, Beijing, and or Bora Bora. It's holy. There's a holiness there, and therefore needs to be treated holier.